Did you know that your love life is the key to your wealth? I want to explain to you why this is, and in this video, I'm going to call you back into the vibe of abundance, wealth, being deeply loved, being cherished, being devoted to, all of it, because I know that this is what you want. I know that this is what you want. Also, hi everyone, it is Pamela, aka the Awakened Aphrodite. I am here to help you explode your bank account and your love life by teaching you the art of feminine dominance, which is my own methodology that will help you become the queen, the empress, the goddess that you've always wanted to be, the person who just has it all at the same time. Also, if there's background noises, it's because I'm in my hotel room. I'm going to be checking out today, and they're doing some construction and things outside I can hear, so can't do anything about that. Also, if you're wanting to join the Quantum Queen's Mistress Mind, where we are going to go deep, then send me a DM saying save my throne, and we begin Monday. And if you are a full fuck yes, and you're just trying to figure it out, let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's get you in there. It's going to be an intimate group, and we are going to dive deep. And this is the highest level of work that you can do with me right now, other than one-on-one. So get in here. You're going to have support from me from Monday to Friday inside of the Facebook group. We're going to have weekly calls and bi-weekly hot seats. It is going to be amazing. You're going to have so much one-on-one time with me. It's going to blow your mind. Oof, in the best of ways. So let's dive in. And let's get into this transmission, which is that your love life is the key to your wealth. Now, you could say this in different ways, right? I've heard people say things like pleasure is the key. This is also true, right? But pleasure for what purpose, right? Pleasure for what purpose? And for most people, most women especially that I know, it's really pleasure to come back into love. Everything is a gateway for love. And this is especially true with the feminine. This is especially true with the feminine, with feminine energies, where everything really is this delicious gateway back into wealth, back into love, which is wealth. I meant to say back into love, back into wealth, back into love, which is wealth. Back into love, back into wealth, back into wealth, back into love, abundance. So when we look at manifesting as energy, and we look at the pure energetics of having and creating and unfolding, what we see is that energy is energy, is energy, is energy, and is energy, okay? And when you are in any sort of position in your world where your energy matters, which I think is every position personally, and also I can understand how there could be a lack of consciousness around this when you are not in front-facing sort of industries, positions, things like this in your world. So what I mean by that is if someone isn't a coach, if someone sort of works, they're techie, right? They're in the tech world and they work behind their curtain, if you will, versus someone who is front facing, someone who is a coach, someone who is an entrepreneur, someone who is a manager, someone who is a CEO, someone who is seen, and they are conscious of the fact that their energy and their energetics matter, okay, in a different sort of way. whenever this is the case, what you'll find is that energy begets energy, begets energy, begets energy. It doesn't really fully matter, although it does in some ways, but that's a story for a different day. That's something for a different day. It doesn't fully matter what good energy you're in, as long as you are in good energy or better energy consistently, then you are going to have success. So let's say you are in the energy of, I am a badass seductress, okay? That might not be the energy of, I am a multimillionaire or I am a millionaire. My business is thriving. I am highly successful. I am sought after. Okay, that might not be the same energy. However, someone who is in the energy of, I am a seductress, or let's bring it back to this video's topic, I am loved, is going to see far more success than someone who is in the energy of, I'm not loved, right? Even in business. And we don't need to see proof and evidence to actually have the fruits of this, right? So what I mean by that is you don't actually need to even be in a relationship to see the fruits of being loved. Self-love and loving yourself is more than enough, okay? Is absolutely more than enough. And so you don't even have to be in a relationship to cash in right now and here on this frequency of I am loved, this attractiveness in I am loved, the magnetism that exists in I am loved, right? So your love life doesn't have to mean that you're even in a relationship. This can be your self-love life. And in fact, if you are not in a relationship and you desire to be in a relationship, then this is what I recommend, because this is what is attractive. This is what attracts the kind of person you want. Anyways, now what I will say is that when people are in relationships that are not going the way that they desire them to go, this is where we see a real impact in their wealth. A real impact in their wealth, right? Again, your self-love trumps everything, okay? Your self-love trumps everything. So you can be in a relationship that's not ideal. And if you know yourself to be deeply loved and lovable, and you think, oh, well, this is just a phase, this thing just happened in that person's life and it has nothing to do with me, then obviously that's different. But your love life, your intimate relationships determine your wealth and your full experiencing of wealth. So I want to give you another example. And so the two are not only intertwined, it's crucial to have them both flowing the exact way that you want them to experience true abundance and bliss. So I want you to look at someone who is, let's say they grew up in a really wealthy family. Okay? I'm thinking of a couple of people, famous people, but I'm not gonna do the name drop thing. I won't. I shan't do that. But I'm sure that you can think of a couple of people that were born into wealth, that are famous, okay, that we all know, that struggled with intimate relationships. I would not consider that person or those people wealthy. And we're not talking about they just don't want to be in a relationship, or I know I've had times like this where I'm like, you know what? No, not now. We're talking about with themselves, right? With themselves, and then that was being mirrored back to them and reflected back to them through other. I wouldn't consider that person wealthy, right? I wouldn't. Okay, they have money, but that doesn't mean anything. Could they even hold the money themselves, or is the money being held by someone else, like their parents, or impacted in some way by the energetics of someone else, right? We're not even talking about wealth in and of themselves. We're talking about, okay, well, someone taught them how to put money in a bank account in a specific way, and so on and so forth, which is not the same thing as being truly, fully wealthy as an individual in every single fucking way. And this is where you see really famous people like this struggling, right? Struggling in their mental health, struggling in, and I'm not talking about something that is, how do I say, like genetic, or you know what I mean. It's early. I haven't been through much. You know what I'm saying. I'm talking about someone who's struggling in a different sort of way. They don't feel alive. They don't feel vibrant. They don't feel magnetic. They feel like they're living a lie. They don't know what to do. They can't find someone to help them because they're so exiled in their celebrity-ness, which is such a real thing, right? That is not wealth. And so we can see very clearly that your love life, even if we are talking about your self-love, which is everything, actually, because everything comes from your self-love, is the key to everything that you desire. Now, there's something that I want you to understand about the how here. Love is a habit. Right? Doing love is a habit. Being pure love itself, being in the essence and energy of wealth and love and abundance, is habitual. And if you have not been taught to be in this energy, I know that I was not taught to be in this energy, and I think it's the lucky few that have been, then it's no wonder why you are not in that energy of, I am powerful, I'm so deeply loved, oh my God, look, I can have any person I want to be with, any person I want to be with, I have. When you're not in that energy, when you're not feeling that way, right, consistently, and that's not your dominant state of being, well, how could you expect to have that? And this is where you see people taking one program or doing one thing and then going, why don't I have this thing? What's wrong with me? Which is just more of the same old story. Versus, I am worthy of this. I am worthy of investing in myself, for example. I am worthy of being held to this standard of love and abundance, for example. When you're in that vibration over and over and over and over again, and you're held in that vibration over and over and over and over again, your world changes. It changes, it changes, it changes. This is where you see wealth come in. This is where you see the love come in, and it is a habit. It is a habit that if no one has taught you how to do or be in it, that might be something that is beneficial for you, right? Having someone help you and assist you in that is going to be extremely and extraordinarily beneficial for you. And that is exactly what I am here to help you do. And so there are many ways that you can tap into this. This is one of the reasons that all of my, all of my lower ticket I got tongue-tied. My tongue got tied. All of my lower ticket offers, right? Like Turned On Woman, which I believe is $111. Effortless Wealth Hypnosis, right? There's a reason why those programs, or Manifest Your Soulmate, which I believe is $333 right now. There's a reason why those programs contain hypnosis audios for you to listen to for 30 days or more. Because this is where we start to recreate new ways of thinking. We start to repattern our minds. We start to create new neuroplasticity within our minds, which effects real changes and shifts. And so if you are desiring to have support with that, then go to theawakenedaphrodite.com and purchase one of those programs. And if you are desiring even more support, either one-on-one, which I have very limited space for at the moment, or you desire to join the Mistress Mind, which is the highest way to work with me, the most you'll get the most depth, the most intimacy, the most one-on-one time with me, other than one-on-one work, of course. Then send me a DM on Instagram saying Save My Throne, or send me an email to Pamela@theawakenedaphrodite.com, and let's get you in here. Let's get you in here. Let's get you in this habit and this marination of power, of pleasure, of being that woman, right? This is why I have high-level mentorship, to help to keep me in the vibe that I desire to be in. Because Lord knows the rest of the world is not going to help with that part, in my experience, right? It's like the goddesses going into the baths to be rejuvenated. That is what this is. In a high level capacity, in wealth, in calling in love, or deepening the love that you have, and radically shifting who you are and how people show up for you in every single way, where you're getting and having the experience of instant manifestations over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so send me an email at Pamela@theawakenedaphrodite.com and inquire about coming into my world and making it your world, because you want this. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Comment below and tell me what takeaways you've gotten from this. Who are you choosing to be? Tell me, who are you choosing to be? Because you get to choose. You get to choose. You get to choose. You get to choose. Okay, thank you for being here. And I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for watching.